today about having a never say die attitude. If you're going to fulfill your destiny, you have to have a made-up mind that no matter what comes against you, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many times you get knocked down, you are not going to stay down. You're not going to start complaining. You're not going to get soured on life and give up on your dreams. You're going to keep pressing forward, looking for your next victory. There's got to be a holy determination, a never say die attitude. The people that succeed are not necessarily the most talented. They are the most determined. They know how to persevere. When they fail, they don't see that as final. They learn from it and try again. When they face obstacles, they don't shrink back and get discouraged. They dig their heels in and fight the good fight of faith. And in life, there's always something coming against us. Disappointments, setbacks, unfair situations. And too many people just give up and think, well, it just wasn't meant to be. My marriage is not going to last. We're having too many problems. I'll never accomplish my dreams. The economy's too bad. I'll never get well, Joel. The doctor's report doesn't look good. No, if you're going to experience God's best, you have to have a backbone made of steel. You can't be weak, wimpy, spineless. You have to have a warrior mentality. No matter how long it's taking, deep down on the inside, your attitude should be, if I have to stand in faith my whole lifetime, I am not going to give up on what God has put in my heart. When you have this holy determination, when you have your mind made up that you're going to outlast anything that comes against you, then no person, no obstacle, no sickness, no setback, no betrayal, all the forces of darkness cannot keep you from your God-given destiny. I want to light a new fire on the inside. God did not create us to give up when it gets hard. He didn't create us to get discouraged when we face obstacles. He made us as more than conquerors. You have victory in your DNA. When God breathed His life into you, He breathed perseverance, determination, strength, courage, endurance. You have staying power. That means you can outlast every attack. You've been anointed to make it through difficult times. If you will dig your heels in and have this never say die attitude, then no matter what comes against you, no matter how long it takes or how difficult it is, when it's all said and done, you'll be able to say, I'm still standing. The enemy did his best, but his best was not enough. I've still got a smile on my face, a song in my heart, a spring in my step. I know I am a victor and not a victim. David said in Psalm 51 verse 10, God, renew a right spirit within me. The Amplified Translation tells us what a right spirit is. It says renew a steadfast and persevering spirit. Notice when God considers our spirit to be right, when we're determined, when we're persevering, when we have this never say die attitude. Not when we're giving up, not when we're negative, discouraged, complaining. I never get any good breaks. I'm so in debt, I'll never get out. Nobody's treating me right. No, that's not the right spirit. That'll keep you right where you are. The right spirit is to say, yes, I'm having some big challenges, but I know I serve a big God. And what was meant for my harm, I know God's going to use it for my good. So I'm not going to sit around depressed and defeated, thinking about what didn't work out, what I don't have, and who hurt me. No, I've got a destiny to fulfill. I'm going to get up and go again. I know I've been armed with strength for every battle. I know the forces that are for me are greater than the forces that are against me. I'm expecting God to show up and show out in a great way in my life. That's a right spirit. But some of you today, you've allowed your circumstances to push you down, convince you that it's too much, it's never going to change. Now you're tempted to give up on what God's placed in your heart. But I'm asking you to dig your heels in and say, no, this is a new day. God is renewing a right spirit within me. I will not give up on my dreams. I will not give up because somebody did me wrong. I will not give up because I tried and failed. I will not give up because the medical report doesn't look good. I will not give up because it's taken longer than I thought. I've got a made-up mind. I'm going to become everything God's created me to be, and I'm going to have everything God intended for me to have. There's got to be a relentlessness on the inside that says no matter what happens, I refuse to quit. As long as God has given me breath to breathe, I'm going to keep pressing forward, pursuing my dreams, believing for His very best. But you say, Joel, I don't understand why this has happened to me. Why did I get cancer? Why did I get laid off? Why was I raised in a negative environment? I don't know why, but I do know this. Nothing that has happened to you can keep you from your God-given destiny. You might have had an unfair past, but you don't have to have an unfair future. You can take the hand you've been dealt and win with it. It may not make sense. You may not understand it, but God would not have allowed it unless He had a divine purpose. And if you will shake off the self-pity, shake off the discouragement, then God will not only bring you out, but He's promised He will bring you out better off than you were before. Our attitude should be, this thing is not going to defeat me. It may have knocked me down, but it didn't knock me out. I'm going to get back up and go again. Like that Energizer bunny that we see on TV, you got to keep going and going and going. I have a friend that's had cancer 3 times. I've never once heard him complain. I've never once seen him down and defeated. He has this never say die attitude. He knows as long as he's in faith, nothing can snatch him out of God's hands. The fact is, the medical report doesn't look good, but he has another report. He's not focused just on what medical science says. He's focused on what God says. This has been going on for over 10 years. He is relentless. He refuses to give up. His attitude is, this too shall pass. It's not permanent. It's only temporary. Sickness cannot stay in my body. I'm a temple of the Most High God. Many people in his shoes by now, they would have given up, gotten discouraged, gotten worn down. Not him. Why? He has a right spirit. He has this holy determination. No matter what it looks like, no matter how long it's taken, he's unshakable, immovable. He's got a made-up mind. Not too long ago, the cancer came back for the 3rd time. The doctors told him they were going to harvest his white blood cells before they gave him chemotherapy. That way, they could use those cells to help restore his immune system after the treatment. These are the killer cells that help fight off the cancer. He asked the doctors how many of the white blood cells they needed. They gave him this huge number. He said to the doctors, I'm going to give you twice the amount that you're looking for. For the next few months, while he was waiting to take the treatment, all through the day he'd go around saying, Father, thank you that my white blood cells are multiplying, they're reproducing, getting stronger, more effective, and they will do exactly what you created them to do. They will attack and destroy these cancerous cells. Most people, while they're waiting to take the treatment, they just relax, take it easy to get prepared. Not this young man. Every day he'd go out and work out, lift weights, run. All the while he was envisioning himself healthy and whole. Through his eyes of faith, he could see those white blood cells reproducing. He went back to the doctors. They said, you're a man of your word. You have given us more than twice the number of white blood cells that we were looking for. He went through the treatment, and today he's totally healthy and whole, completely cancer-free. What am I saying? You've got to have a never say die attitude. Life may throw you some curves. There may be some bumps along the way. But always remember, every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. That difficulty was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to strengthen you. If you will stay in faith, God will turn every battlefield into a blessing field. He'll not only bring you out, but He'll bring you out better.